What's up, guys? It's the Orange, and I got another story time video for you guys today. This is about my boy smoked a joint and ate a 50 milligram edible, became a zombie, and was tweaking his ass off in the bathroom. So before we start this video, guys, I want you guys to go check out my other videos. They're pretty fucking good. I think I got one about mushrooms, got one about my first green out, and some other shit, guys. Just go check it out. Do me a favor. Alright, here's the story, guys. So, first, we had me and a couple of my buddies. Two of these have been shown in previous videos, one being Russell and the other one being Wilson. Now, Wilson comes over and he brings some pizza and some hot wings. We just hang out, kind of vibe. I think we're watching like some TV and shit. And like a little bit later, not sure exactly, Russell pulls up and he wants to smoke some green. So I'm fucking down. As I fucking love to smoke weed. Loved it. One of my favorite things to do. And a thing to know about Russell is I guarantee he can outsmoke anyone I know. I mean, this guy will take like four bong rips, like two whole bowls, and be like 15 minutes later, he's like, dude, I need to go smoke again. Like, I don't know how the fuck he does that shit. It's crazy, to be honest. So, he's bringing this shit. We kind of just fuck around. He pulls out a stash. I think he brought like an eighth or a half, a joint, and then like some edibles for all of us to enjoy. Man, they weren't too crazy, at least in my opinion, but for another person they were. I'm hyped because I haven't really had an edible in a while. Like I think the last time I had one was a couple months before, but they weren't really some good shit. As this was some good quality like dispo shit. I think his mom bought them for us, and we can't really go into dispos yet. We're under the age for that, so it kind of sucked. But anyway, we had some good professional weed, but the only weed really we got were like some growers we knew, so it wasn't like the craziest shit, but it got you pretty baked. So he busts out the edibles, and I think they were like 100 milligram each. They were like one of those little like gummy pearl things. And at the time, like I don't really want to get too fucked up, so I think I had like some shit I needed to do the next day. So I think I ripped a bong once, and I split the edible with Wilson. So I take half, he takes half, 50 milligrams each. So this is crazy, yes. Russell takes the full edible, and he also rips the bong with me. And we're waiting for him to kick in. And we're just talking, like we're hanging out, just doing a bunch of shit. And I think about 20 minutes pass, and Russell wants to smoke some more weed. And I don't remember what size the joint was, but I know it was one of those fat cones. And he whips out the joint. I'm like, oh, I'm good, man. I don't really want to smoke, but Wilson obliges. And I knew my limits. I knew I probably shouldn't have, and so I didn't. But Wilson didn't know his limits at all. A couple things to know about him is like he never really smoked a lot of weed. Like it would be once in a blue moon kind of thing, and this would actually be the last time he would ever have THC in his system. And also, he's on the spectrum. He's got some Asperger's. Doesn't really smoke so often, so it was a pretty fun experience, guys. And at the time, I didn't know he wanted to go out there. I just thought Russell was going to go out there and Wilson was just going to chill and kind of just watch him and hang out with him. That's not what happened, guys. He smoked that shit. He now the edibles were kind of hitting for me right then. I was feeling pretty good. And they come back inside and they say they're feeling all right. And so we're just chilling. I think we're talking in the kitchen, like a little circle. And I go and sit down. And about 5 minutes later, Russell comes into the room and is like, bro, I don't think Wilson's all right. He's kind of just been like standing in the kitchen with a blank stare on his face. And so I go in there, and he's kind of just like hands on the counter, just kind of just looking forward. Nothing, like no reaction to anything. He's like contemplating his life or something. And so me and Russell, we tell him to sit down and chill for a bit, and he does. He goes and sits on the couch. Then a little time passes, and Wilson's kind of been staring into space again for a little too long. So I ask him if he's all right, and he instantly replies with like, "Dude, I need to get my contacts out now. I need to get them out." And so I was pretty stoned. I didn't want to get up, so I was like, "Dude, you can just wait a little bit. Just chill. We'll get it done soon." And then a few more minutes pass, and he's like, "Dude, I really need them out now." So I was like, all right, man. So I walk him over to the bathroom, and he starts like opening up his eyes to get his contacts out. And he's kind of struggling. He's like moving at like half speed, and his eyes are freaking red, man. They're the most red I've ever seen. Like every time we smoked, his eyes get the reddest I've ever seen. It's crazy. And so I tried to help him out the best I could. I think I get like some saline eye drops or something like that. I couldn't really do anything. But he gets them out and he kind of just leans over the counter and just looks really out of it. Like he's struggling. And so I sit him down on the toilet and I'm just like, yeah, dude, you should just chill for a bit, man. Just try to relax, enjoy the high. Like it's all temporary. It's gonna pass. And I try to talk to him. Like I'm trying to like get him to talk back to me, but nothing's really happening. He's kind of just sitting on the toilet, head back, and his chin up, and he's just his eyes closed. Looks like he's kind of sleeping. So I go and get Russell. I walk out of the bathroom. I'm like, dude, Wilson is geeked as fuck. We should probably just let him chill in there for a while. This isn't really new to me, guys. Like I haven't really had a vent fold like this. I've like slept on the bathroom floor multiple times, but nothing this bad. And so I just wanted to let him chill out. Let him relax. I kind of help all the guys if they green out, so it wasn't new to me. And this was a green out I've never seen before. And also at this time, I didn't know Wilson smoked the joint as well. Like I thought it was just the edible. Like I was like 50 milligram is kind of a lot, but I was like, he could be a champ. And so now I let Wilson chill for a bit. I go back in the living room with Russell, and not a lot of time has passed until I walk back into the bathroom. And now Wilson's like fent folding over the toilet. His head's down. He's kind of murmuring to himself. And I ask him if he's all right, and he kind of just gives me a nod, and he's like, I'm like, all right, man, all right. And then all of a sudden, he starts like seizing and shaking, like he's moving his head around like a million miles an hour. His arms are flailing. He's like, imagine you're looking around at like multiple things at once, but he's doing it like super fast. I'm like, what the fuck? I asked him if he's good, and he just like stops immediately and just faces me, eyes bloodshot open, like as wide as your eyes can be. And he's like, dude, I'm good. And he starts like making a vibrating noise, like, and he goes back to doing that. He's like, he's like, he's like Mongolian throat singing, bro. It's crazy. And so me now, these gummies are hitting. Like I'm kind of tweaking from this, bro. Like I'm thinking, oh my god, dude, this guy's patient zero, bro. Like he's about to bite me, and I'm about to fucking. It's about to be like Left 4 Dead in this shit. So I sit on the wall. I'm thinking like, bro, Wilson, like, he's in like a psychosis. I'll never see him again. This is all my fault. And so finally, like none of the guys in the house, or Russell didn't know what was happening. So I go out there. I'm like, dude, he is fucking tweaking. And then my roomie gets home, and that's what we referred to as the plug or Tommy. I think Tommy was in the last video, and he's the only one in this house that's not baked as fuck. And we start going over our options. We're like, should we let him chill? Like, it wasn't laced. Like, we're asking if it's laced and shit. And Russell's like, nah, dude, this is like some good dispo shit. Like, I think he's just freaking out. So we kind of come to terms, like, he's just kind of having a panic attack. Like, everything's gonna be all good. And so that's whenever Russell finally tells us that Wilson smoked like more than half of that joint. And so I'm like, dude, he took a 50 milligram and he smoked like a fatty. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you give him more? Like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, I just wanted a smoke partner, man. Like, you wouldn't smoke with me. I'm like, all right, man. Sure. Sure. And so this is happening outside the bathroom. We walk back into the bathroom, and Russell's like, yo, Wilson, like, this shit ain't laced, man. Like, you're gonna be good. Like, I'm telling him, like, man, you're good. And Russell's like, bro, you need to stop being a bitch. Like, you're freaking us out, man. Like, you stop being a pussy. He was being pretty supportive. And so I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Let me deal with this shit. And I get him all out, and Wilson's head is down once again. And he's fully fent leaning on his toilet. So I kind of sit him up, put his back to the wall, and I give him a trash can just in case, like, he's vomiting. He's going to vomit. And so I tell him, like, to, like, lock his arms, put your hands in a lock, and just hold it there. And with a trash can in his hand, he eventually goes back to tweaking, doing the fucking zombie fucking. I don't even know how to describe it, dude. It was crazy. And about 15 minutes that he just immediately stops and just starts vomiting up all the crap he ate. The pizza, the hot wings, and this shit smelled so fucking rank, dude. It was the worst smelling shit I've ever had. My bathroom still smelled like it for a couple weeks afterwards. It was disgusting. And this isn't even the worst of it yet. I leave to go get him some water, and I see like the trash cans kind of slipping through his hand. So I reassure him, like, dude, you should probably just lock your arms again, like try to hold it up. And I sit on the ground next to him, reassuring him, like, oh, dude, you're good, you're good, you're good. And after about 10 minutes of silence, he's not tweaking or anything. The trash can kind of slipped from his hands, and like, I don't know how I did it. I luckily caught it. I told him, like, dude, don't drop it again. Please just lock your arms and like try to sit back and like. That's not at all what happened, guys. It's not at all what happened. I'm sitting right in front of him, and the bucket hits the fucking floor and spreads it all over the floor. Like, it was in a 3 foot diameter. Like, ugh, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. At least my bathroom's small, guys. It's not big. Ew, fuck. So I go ahead and get some towels. Like, all the guys in there, like, gagging, trying to help me. And I'm the only one that fucking do it. They're all just like, oh, dude, I'm not doing that shit. So I have to. I take paper towels. I'm picking up the fucking wing chunks. And it's just not a good situation, guys. Like, I'm scrubbing this damn floor down, trying to pick all this shit up. And I set them on the ground. Probably should have done that in the first place. And I just put the trash can in front of him. Like, dude, if you need to vomit, just try to get in the can. It's alright. God. And he kind of just sits there for a little bit, kind of just relaxes, and eventually like comes out of it. He's like, "Dude, what just happened?" Like, I was like, "Are you conscious for any of that?" And he was. He was conscious for the whole thing. He couldn't really control it, but like he remembers all of it. So eventually, I get him all sobered up a little bit, let him eat some food, and I bring him outside to the living room. I'm like, what did you even feel? Like, what the fuck was that shit? And he's saying, like, he felt like he was thinking of like 1,000 things at once per second, but then he's also focusing on that one thing during those 1,000 thoughts. Like, I don't know. It's a weird description. But we kind of just came to the conclusion it was like a crazy anxiety slash green out. Like, I don't even know, guys. And then his dad starts calling him. And he's still tweaking. He's like, dude, oh my god. Like, he puts his head in his hands. He's like, oh no, dude, he's gonna find out. Oh shit, he's gonna find out. I'm like, dude, just don't answer him. Just don't answer him. Like, his dad's pretty strict. Like, he would beat his ass if he figured out he was doing this shit. But, he didn't care. I think he texted him the next morning. It was just about some bullshit. And this was late at night, guys. It was like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Like, no idea why he was calling him, but after that, the rest of the night was pretty chill, and I think me and Russell smoked a little bit more weed and just hung out. And now Wilson won't ever touch marijuana ever again, and rightfully so. And that's honestly where the story ends, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Smash that like button. Check out some other videos, guys. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Please. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Later, guys.